Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Waynesville versus Rolla Senior Night. Our first senior this evening is Chelsea Hauser. She has been escorted by Randy and Diana Hauser. Her hobbies include spending time with her family and playing volleyball for the past 7 years. After high school, Chelsea plans to attend OTC and major in elementary education. Her favorite memory is picking gum off Cali shorts and winning the Rolla tournament for 3 consecutive years. Our second senior this evening is Jalise Malone. She is being escorted by her mother, Kelly Malone, and Alicia Sharp, her best friend. She has played volleyball for 6 years. Her plan after high school is to attend Texas State University and major in nursing. Her favorite memory is Taylor dancing before the Marshfield game. Our third senior this evening is Savannah York. She is being escorted by Jason and Tracy York. Her hobbies include sleeping, eating, working out, and hanging out with friends and family. She has played volleyball for the last 6 years. After high school, she plans on playing college volleyball and getting her nursing degree. Her favorite memory is winning the Hillcrest tournament. Our fourth senior this evening is Serena Case. She is being escorted by Rick Case and Connie Northrup. Her hobbies include playing volleyball, youth group, and time with family. She has been playing volleyball for 6 years. Her plans after high school is to become a firefighter and go to school to be a child psychologist. Her favorite memory was the awesome time in St. Louis for team bonding. Our fifth senior, Taylor Winking, is being escorted by Bruce and Sarah Winking. Taylor's hobbies include playing volleyball for the past 6 years and soccer. Her high school honors include National Honor Society and student government. Her plans after high school are to attend Covenant College in Mount Georgia. Her favorite memory has been playing volleyball in high school with her best friend, Brianna. We would also like to recognize Rolla's seniors this evening. We have enjoyed your competitiveness the last few years. Number 33, Kelsey James. Number 13, Jesse Asmara. Number 34, Erica Crowley. Thank you, seniors, and good luck in your future endeavors. Excuse me, we had an error. There's also Sophia Luna from Rolla. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise for the playing of our national anthem?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Waynesville Lady Tiger Volleyball as the Lady Tigers take on Ozark Conference rival, the Rolla Lady Bulldogs tonight. I'm Mike Rawlings. Along with me tonight is Matt Johnson. Matt, Ozark Conference action against our arch rival tonight here on a rainy night in Waynesville. Nowhere better to be than down here at the high school.
Absolutely. Down here in the gym, senior night. If you tuned in, you may have seen the ceremonies that went on before. Honored the seniors here tonight before the game. So we get the starting lineups going here. You mentioned arch rival down there, the Lady Tigers going down to Rolla earlier this season and for the third consecutive year win the Rolla tournament.
Lady Tigers this year come in tonight with an impressive 21-3 record on a 17-game win streak. Only 3 losses of the year to Jeff City, Helias, and to Glendale. Lady Tigers have been on a roll lately, heading into district play.
Absolutely. You mentioned the seniors there. We've got a list there of the Lady Tiger seniors. Jaleese Malone, Savannah York, Chelsea Hauser, Taylor Winking, and Serena Case were the 5 that were honored. So we get the starting lineup here for the Lady Tigers.
Kelsey Arnold, sophomore, starting for the Lady Tigers tonight.
Watching the JV team before, taking 2 out of 3 from the Lady Bulldogs. A lot of talent on that JV roster as well.
Sarah Snyder, starting for the Lady Tigers. Kaylee Brewer, junior. Kaylee's leading the team in kills, blocks, digs, and serving percentage. Oh, excuse me. Kaylee's leading the team in assists. We'll talk about that next one in just a second. Savannah York. Now let's talk about the leader in kills, digs, blocks, and serving percentage, Miss Callie Billner. And Serena Case, a senior. And at libero, senior Chelsea Hauser. Chelsea wearing the pink tonight.
Chelsea the libero.
Now we'll get a little performance here by the Lady Tigers.
Pre-game rituals.
Unlike any other sport.
Coordinated cheers to start the game as volleyball comes from the ceiling into the booth.
Yeah, unlike in baseball, when a foul ball comes your direction, you're ready for it. You're not prepared for a volleyball to fall from the sky.
It must be raining really hard out
It
there.
really must be. And if we get a lot of looks up at us like they think we did that.
Well, in their defense, that does sound like something that we would do.
That is true. I'm a little worried there may be another one coming from somewhere. I don't know. Didn't wear a hard hat.
Referee going through the lineup check. A very methodical lineup check. And the Lady Tigers have first serve.
And it's going to be Kelsey Arnold serving to start this thing off for the Lady Tigers. Nice crowd here tonight on senior night.
Dug out, pushed back across by the Lady Bulldogs. Set to Callie Bildner. Dug out on the back line by the Lady Bulldogs.
Nice save there by the Lady Bulldogs to keep that ball alive. Callie Bildner puts that one home.
Spike by Callie Bildner.
And we've been informed we have a malfunction in our spike-o-meter.
I was really looking forward to that.
As the Lady Bulldogs return the favor and make the score 1-1 here in the early going. Want to welcome everybody out there watching the game tonight on Channel 12 and our millions and millions watching live via the World Wide Web.
Well, big week for sports here on Channel 12. Rolla Libero serves it across. Set on the front line, Callie Bildner spikes it, dug out by the Lady Bulldogs. Sets it once more. Callie, nice little tip right there. Set once more.
Whoa, and kept alive by the Lady Tigers. Kaylee Brewer with a nice dig right there.
Kaylee once more. Ball back across into the Tiger court. Kaylee sets Callie. Callie tips it across.
Tips it across, and it's going to be just out. Just out. Give that point to the Lady Bulldogs. There we go. Callie with the spike there. The spike seems to fit Callie better than just the dinking it over just a little bit.
Well, and it kind of like in football when you run the ball to set up the pass, I think you spike enough and then you can set that little dink over. And I definitely like to see the power, and we see it again.
And we see it again. That's third point for the Lady Tigers.
All right, on the unofficial spike-o-meter, that's 3 for Callie. I forgot the sound. Is it cha-ching, cha-ching?
I don't think that was it, but well, that'll work for tonight.
Ball put across by Callie, set over to Rolla. Back across, save right there, just push it across. Rolla sets on the front line.
That's going to be
long.
out.
Hit right there, number 21, Cambria Reichman. Savannah York puts the ball into play. Block on the front line right there, number 34 for Rolla. Erica Frolic gets up and blocks that one, tips it back down. Rolla takes the serve. Lady Tigers leading 4-3 here early in the first game.
Frolic's committed to Southern Arkansas to play D2 volleyball next year at the collegiate level.
Set to Frolic in the front, and she just tips it across, and we're tied up. Number 13 right there for Rolla. That's Jessica Katzmarek. Callie Billner just puts it in the right spot that
right
time.
there is Callie's changeup.
Yeah. Worked really well. Callie looked like she was going to spike it, saw the open spot on the floor, and just put it where they weren't. Side out and point to Waynesville. Kaylee Brewer back to serve for the Lady Tigers.
Peyton Aragon checks in for the Lady Tigers.
There you go.
As we have a I'm not sure what that delay was.
Well, I believe she was waiting on the...
Ooh, just out. I believe Coach Davison would have maybe thrown the challenge flag there if there was such a thing in volleyball.
Yeah, it came to the near court, closer to the side of the floor we are. It looked in to me, but the spectator from the crowd called it out, so...
Callie with another changeup.
And Callie Billner back to serve for the Lady Tigers.
Ariel Corey checks in for the Lady Tigers.
Pushed across, dug out by the Tigers. Set in the front court, Ariel Corey. Blocked but pushed back. Tip. Tigers unable to dig that one out. Side out and point goes to Rolla. The Lady Bulldogs take their first lead of the evening here, 7-6. Dig by Chelsea Hauser. Set over Chelsea. Nice drop on the ball right there. Ball looked like it might go long. A little spin right down into the corner.
And Chelsea's going to get the serve now.
Net ball. Knots us up at 7. Number 33, Kelsey James, going back to serve for the Lady Bulldogs. James
it out.
Wide right. Ball across. Frolic from the midline catches the net, and the ball just spins straight down on the Tiger side.
Serena Case checking in for the Lady Tigers.
And number 19, Morgan Gabrielle, back to serve for the Lady Bulldogs. Ball's across, tip.
That's going to go long. Savannah York in the game for the Lady Tigers.
Set to the front line, Ariel Corey spikes it down, but dug out by Rolla.
Rolla goes cross court with that and gets the point in. 11-8 here. Game number 1.
Dug out by Callie Billner. Set, pushed across by Savannah York.
And we're going to get a timeout by the Lady Tigers, and Coach Holly Davison calls that timeout, wanting to regroup the girls here about midway through game number 1. Matt, we talked about a busy week here. Let's do a Channel 12 Sports Update. This Channel 12 Sports Update brought to you by the Channel 12 Facebook page, Channel 12 Facebook, and TigerTV. Check in and like that Facebook page for all news. It is news Waynesville style. It's homecoming week here.
Big day tomorrow.
Big day tomorrow. Hopefully the rain holds off. We have the parade at 2:30 tomorrow afternoon, and then the air show called Glendale Falcons roll into town to take on the Waynesville Tigers tomorrow night up here at Tiger Stadium. We'll be live on Channel 12 tomorrow night, but folks, come on out and support the Tigers. For homecoming, we ought to have a huge crowd out here tomorrow night. Look forward to seeing everybody out here.
Well, and a lot of stuff going on. You mentioned the parade, all sorts of stuff before the game. Going to be a big evening. Definitely want to get down here to the field, take part in all of this, cheer the Tigers on in person. But if you can't, we will bring you the game tomorrow night. You mentioned the Glendale Falcons coming in, throwing it, roughly 80 times a game?
It's going to be a different ball game tomorrow night. Rolla gets that first point coming out of the timeout. And returns the favor back to Waynesville. Gets the score to 13-9 in favor of the Lady Bulldogs.
Jaleesa Malone checking into the game. She'll serve. Oh, just off the top of the net. Falls, and that point will go to Rolla. Jaleesa checks back out.
Kelsey Arnold
back in the game. Set across, a little push right there. Kaylee Brewer puts it across. Frolic driven back by Billner. Brewer sets. Callie Billner on the far side.
Oh, nice job there. Savannah York with the spike off the tips of Rolla's fingers there and gets it to fall in. And now Savannah's going to be serving. And Callie Billner with the spike that time. Matt, that was the fastball.
I like the fastball. So we got a sub coming in for Rolla. That's number 12. That's going to be Felicia Shamina.
Nice serve there by Savannah. The Lady Tigers back within 2.
Set to Frolic in the middle that time, and Frolic pulls the little dipsy pass across. Scores inside out. Rolla holds on to a 3-point lead here, 15-12. First game action. Back to serve for Rolla, number 13, Jessica Kazmarek.
They're going to call a lift, I believe, on the Lady Tigers.
Set to Frolic, tries that little dink again, not there this time. Rolla's gonna set, spike in the far corner, dug out by the Lady Tigers. We're gonna have Waynesville in the net.
Yep, they are. Lady Bulldogs extend that lead to 5 while they're going back to serve. Want to say a big hello out there to Joshua E. Scott, the Director of Mission Activities, watching us tonight on Channel 12. as Callie throws the fastball again.
Sub coming into the game here for Waynesville. That's number 22, Peyton Aragon. Kaylee Brewer. Cross, dug out by Rolla. Frolic pushes it across. Callie Bildner from the middle. Nice save right there by the Lady Tigers. Penalty point assessed. I did not see what that penalty was for.
It looked like they called a lift there, but I'm not sure.
Back to action. Kaylee Brewer sets Callie Bildner in the corner. Call was originally out, but it looks like
Yeah. I think the referee on the floor there overturned it because she had a pretty good angle on where that ball was at.
goes in the Tigers' favor. 18-14. Set to the middle. Ariel Corey. Nice spike, but dug out. She knocks it straight down that time.
She does. Ariel off the ground and just puts it straight down for the point.
Ariel tends to get up a little higher than the average volleyball player.
And
miscommunication right there for the Lady Bulldogs.
Tigers back within 2, 18-16. And that serve is out.
Lady Bulldogs side that out. Hold on to that 3-point lead. Back to serve for Rolla. Elliott Bourne. Serves dug out by Callie Bildner. Set. That's going to be out of bounds. That time Ariel, I think, got a little more down the line than she was aiming for. Ball went just wide of the line. Rolla picks up the point, lead back to 4.
That's going to be out. The Tigers back within 3, 20-17. A tightly fought game 1 here. Taylor Winking in for the Lady Tigers. Savannah York checks back in for the Lady Tigers.
Taylor Winking back to serve. That's going to be long.
That serve's going to be long.
Chelsea Hauser back into the game for the Lady Tigers. Kelsey James to serve for Rolla.
That's going to be right on the line. We're going to get another timeout by Coach Davison. The Tigers down 5 here in game number 1, 22-17. Matt, the Tigers are going to have to get on a run real quick.
Well, in some of the games that we've seen this year, some of the teams have not quite had that size on that front line as the Lady Tigers have been able to use with Callie Bildner and with Ariel Corey at different times. And Frolic really takes up some real estate, can get up above the net on those blocks. Some of the spikes we're used to seeing come down pretty hard, Frolic's able to get a hand on, and it really kind of looks like it's caught the Lady Tigers off guard here in the early going. Expect them to calm down, come back with the game plan here, get right back in this one. 22-17. Rolla doing a nice job to move the ball around, though, and set goes to Savannah York, and that's right down and in. Looks like Peyton Aragon going back to serve. That's going to
Nice
be
serve.
out.
Nice serve by Peyton there.
Frolic not able to get down and control or hit. That one goes wide left.
Keep Frolic on that back line. It's definitely advantage Tigers there.
Absolutely. Aragon, long hit off of Frolic again, but they're going to call a lift.
Frolic kind of indecisive whether or not she was going to hit that.
You're
I think that serve was going to be out. She kind of bailed the Lady Tigers out.
Set to the front line. Dug out by the Tigers, back across to Rolla. Frolic. Just a push. Callie Billner. Kaylee Brewer. Oh, Savannah York not able to get that one across.
So the Lady Bulldogs going to be serving up 23-20 here.
Serena Case into the game for the Lady Tigers. Checking in and going back to serve for the Lady Bulldogs, number 19, Morgan Gabrielle. Set to the front line. Aerial. Down but dug out. Frolic just tips it across.
So it's going to be game point for the Rolla Lady Bulldogs here.
Gabrielle back to serve for the Lady Dogs. Kaylee Brewer. Set.
And it's going to be long.
Oh.
And the Lady Bulldogs take game number one, 25-20. And we'll have a little 3-minute intermission here while we change sides and get ready to move on to game number two. While we're doing that, Matt, we were talking about homecoming this week and homecoming activities that have been going on here at the high school. I do know that they're going to be making that call on the parade fairly early. It'll be in the morning about whether or not the possibility of it being called off due to the rain. But hopefully the weather kind of clears off enough that at 2:30 tomorrow that we have another homecoming parade. That's been quite the spectacle the last few years since they brought the homecoming parade back to being part of homecoming. I know there's been a lot of people here building floats and getting ready for that.
Yeah, I'm driving a float tomorrow.
You're driving a float, folks.
So rain or shine, I'll be good, because if it rains, I'm going to be driving on the inside of that truck.
Well, that's a good plan for you. I'm going to be sitting in the back end of a float with my daughter Jenna throwing out candy. So we're going to get wet if it starts raining during the parade. But hopefully the rain stays away. It looks like the forecast for tomorrow night, it looks like it might be good for the football game. We're hoping it does hold off for that. But you know how football is. It'll be pouring down rain out there. As long as it's not lightning, we're going to have that football game tomorrow night as Glendale rolls into town. Folks, if you got any questions or anything about homecoming or volleyball tonight, send us a question via the Channel 12 Twitter using hashtag TigerTV12. Send that in. Use that hashtag. Ask us some questions. I do know that Tim's been talking about the fact that he's hoping somebody will tweet in and ask him a question about the production here at Channel 12. Maybe there's some people out there curious about what all happens at Channel 12. And Tim Wallace would love to answer your questions via the Channel 12 Twitter feed.
Well, shoot us your questions. We get enough back and forth going with you guys at home. Maybe we'll come up with some kind of contest.
That's a possibility.
I know back when we did the Tom Bar essay contest,
years ago.
That was years ago. That was before we were all on Twitter and had the communication. It would have been very short essays had we done the Tom Bar essay contest via Twitter.
Tim looking very disappointed that he's got no tweets coming in.
There are hashtag TigerTV12. Pull that up on the Twitter. You see the production crew sitting over there tonight doing all the work.
Folks, you're not seeing that on TV. You've got to be on Twitter to see that.
As we get set to go here in the second game, Doing lineup checks. Rolla will have first serve in the second game. Lineups look complete.
Now we're going to have a
We're going to have a
substitution.
sub here. Kelsey Arnold's going to start the game, and we're getting ready to go to action here. Gabrielle serves for Rolla. Nice job right there.
They're going to call 4 hits on the Lady Tigers. Callie hit it into the net. Kaylee was able to save it, but that was the 4th hit.
Morgan Gabrielle back to serve again for the Lady Bulldogs. That one's going to be out. Knot us up at 1 here. Savannah York back to serve for the Lady Tigers. Ball across, dug out by Rolla. Set, Frolic just tries to tip it across. Callie Bildner blocked.
Frolic with another block.
2 real nice blocks right there. Number 21, that's Cambria Reichman for Rolla. Got up, blocked 2 different spikes on that play right there. Nice job getting up above the net. Gives Rolla the 1-point lead here in the early going second game. Kelsey Arnold digs it out, set, pushed across, dug out by Rolla. Rolla needing to get it across.
Not sure what that was, Matt, but Lady Tigers got the point. That's what's important.
Well, you never look a gift horse in the mouth. It's Peyton Aragon checking back into the game for the Lady Tigers. Number 19, Kaylee Brewer back to serve for the Lady Tigers.
We have some discussion going on over at the scorers table.
Referee consulting with the game, official game scorer, Kim McCall. Score appears to be right, 2-2. We're back to action. Well, I believed we were back to action.
No, we're back to the scorers table.
Now would be the time to serve it because Rolla would not be expecting it.
That's exactly right. Neither would anyone in the crowd or anyone at home watching on TV. Candace Turner now getting involved in a discussion.
This would be a good time for one of those pre-game routines that they've got worked up.
Yeah. They keep pointing at the Lady Tigers.
Appears that I'm going to guess from the looks and the pointing, I know they were consulting when Candace Turner walked over. They appear to be consulting the lineup that's required to be turned in before each game. My wonder is if Rolla's not saying there's a Lady Tiger on the floor that shouldn't be, or vice versa, that someone else should be on the floor.
Well, if somebody else should be on the floor, then somebody out there should not be on the floor. So you were correct the first time.
Could be a position problem with the players on the floor. Have to get with Coach Davison after the game and figure out and maybe get an answer to what it's all about. But it appears that maybe we're just going to get back to action and play.
Well, no, not yet.
No? We're going back to the table.
And
Savannah York.
looks like she's coming back in. Well, the one good thing about this, Matt, you look down there at the scores table, high school principal Courtney Long is down there, so we know things are going to be worked out down there with Courtney taking charge at the scores table. And we're still in discussion.
Whatever it is involves lots of pointing. You know, my mother always told me it wasn't polite to point.
And they're still discussing. Courtney Long is all over this down there right now. She's in complete control of the scores table.
Well, and I mean, that's what you expect from your head principal.
That's right.
When there's an issue, you expect her to get in there, get her hands involved in what's going on and clear this situation up and make sure that it's done right.
You don't think Courtney's going to try to play, do you?
No, I don't believe so. I don't think that those are the right shoes for it.
And now the official has climbed down off the ladder and is making his way to the table.
See something new every day.
Wait a minute. They're putting the headsets on and going to New York maybe for a review. I don't know.
I didn't think the replay in New York was supposed to be fully implemented till next year.
That's probably factually correct. And I believe that replay will go to Jefferson City here for the state of Missouri.
Well, in the inaugural year, but
Yes.
once it goes nationwide, I believe that they are going to do it in New York.
And Candace Turner right in the middle of action down there.
I have never seen a delay such as this at a high school volleyball game.
Looking down, head baseball coach Scott Turner appears to be Googling what this situation might be.
Or maybe he's just texting his
Now
wife.
we have some
trying to get an
volleyball
answer.
action in the crowd. Nigel Farmer
Nigel
up.
Farmer wrestles volleyball away.
And wouldn't it almost be simpler to go back to 0-0 and just start this over again?
Oh, I think we'd be further into the game if we had just started it over.
6, 8. Tigers have 2, 4, 6, 8 players on the court now.
I know that some of those players are going to have to leave or a penalty point will be assessed. And the cluster of action continues at the scores table. More pointing continues.
And the Tigers are down to the right number of people.
At some point this evening, folks, we will get back to volleyball action.
You're a lot more confident about that than I am. And it appears that our head referee is walking back over to climb up the ladder, take a drink of Diet Mountain Dew, and he's going to be ready to go. And Rolla got a point there. It's 3-2, Rolla. You don't think Candace Turner got a technical foul?
As you're looking there, the student section has gone to sleep in the timeout.
You don't think Candace got some kind of penalty point against the Lady Tigers, do you?
No, and here comes the student section, back awake and alive.
That appeared to be a lift on that side, but
Chelsea Hauser digs it out, pushes back to the net. Across the front line, tipped back by Rolla. Frolic tries the little dipsy-do.
That's going to be point Lady Bulldogs.
On it right there, and Rolla's going to take a 2-point lead here.
Frolic changing up a little bit of her play right there. And one thing about Frolic, she's definitely the cat that brings the mail for the Rolla Lady Bulldogs.
Serves across. Set to Callie Billner. Block right there by Frolic. Set to the front line, set for Frolic. Tries the little tip again. Kaylee Brewer pushes it right back at her.
Rolla's just going to have to hit it back over. But the Lady Tigers set something up. And it's going to be a 4-hitter for the Lady Tigers. And the Lady Bulldogs, another point. We're going to get a timeout by Coach Holly Davison. I think after that little delay in the action, Lady Tigers losing that, I'm assuming some type of penalty point there. They're going to have to get back in and get focused here on what's going on. I'm not sure who our volleyball rules interpreter is. I know it's not Gary Schultz, but we're going to have to get one of those on staff here at Channel 12.
Coach Murray hadn't moved to Wyoming. He could be our rules interpreter.
Well, or if he was watching us live via the World Wide Web, he could be our rules interpreter.
I think we can probably make that happen.
The Lady Tigers out of that timeout. Rolla Lady Bulldogs with the serve.
Dug out by Chelsea Hauser. Tipped up to the front line. Blocked. Callie Billner pushes it across. Set to Frolic. Frolic spikes it down that time. Lady Tigers back across. Frolic tries to just push it. Lady Tigers got to get it across the net, and they do. Quite the volley going here. Frolic spikes it. Callie Billner up to block it there, just gets a little sideways off her hand. That ball's out of bounds off the Tigers, so Rolla pushes the lead to 6, 8-2.
And Matt, I've just been informed that Brian Schafter will be employed by Channel 12 next year as the volleyball rules interpreter.
Very good.
Unbelievable. When a need is out there, Tim Wallace is on the ball, can fulfill that need immediately.
I didn't, and I guess I wasn't aware of his volleyball expertise, but find new things out about people every day.
Another layer of the onion. Another point for the Lady Bulldogs. They extend that lead to 9-3 here in game number 2 after winning game number 1.
Callie Billner with a laser.
That looked like a little give and go. To put that in basketball terms. Callie's going to be serving now.
Looked like maybe a little frustration taken out on that ball as Callie just drilled that one. Frolic from midcourt. Dug out by Billner. Saved, and Billner back across with it.
Kaylee Brewer with a nice save right there.
Nice job by Peyton Aragon right
And
there.
that's going to be about 8 hits for the Rolla Lady Bulldogs.
Peyton Aragon just gets her hand up at the net, knocks it straight down. Point Waynesville. Callie Billner back to serve. Set to aerial. Number 2 for Rolla, Elliott Bourne, gets her hand up there and just pushes it just enough to fall down on the Waynesville side of the net. Rolla leads by 5. Little confusion in the middle there. 2 Lady Tigers go up for that one.
Ashton Pills is going
to
check in for Peyton Aragon here for the Lady Tigers.
Into the net for Rolla. Point Waynesville. Nice serve right there.
Oh. That serve appeared to be in.
Chelsea Hauser back to serve again as Waynesville trims the lead to 4. Pulled out on the back line by Rolla. Ariel Akori drives it home.
Lady Tigers, we're going to get a timeout by head coach Trish Knight of the Rolla Lady Bulldogs. She wants to stop this little rally by the Lady Tigers. Rolla Lady Bulldogs up 11-8 here in game number 2. Matt, while we have a second here, we want to recognize our students working the Channel 12 broadcast tonight under the direction of Tim Wallace, Travis Keith, Chelsea Whetstone, Dylan Lorenzen, Tiana Baum, Vincent Rivera, Alyssa Justice, and Brandy King. They're all working the boards and the cameras tonight for Channel 12. Once again, we show up, put the headsets on, give out all the volleyball knowledge that we have, which sometimes is very limited.
We're no Brian Schaffner.
No, we're no Brian Schaffner, and we the best seats in the house. This kid's doing a great job under Tim Wallace. That one's going to be out. Rolla's going to get a point and take over service.
Checking into the game for Rolla, number 21. That's going to be Cambria Reichman.
Savannah York.
Rolla unable to handle that one.
Spikes that one home. Peyton Aragon checking back in for Ashton Pills. Peyton's going to get the service.
Off the net, dug out by Frolic, but not able to do anything with it. Lead trim back to 3. Aragon back with the serve.
Peyton puts it in that back corner, forces the Lady Bulldogs to back up on that. It's never a good plan when you're backing up on a ball like that. So Lady Tigers back within 1. And we're tied up at 12.
Nice job by the Lady Tigers. Weather the storm. Rolla pushes out to that 5-6 point lead. Weather the storm, chip away at it, get right back in this game. Aragon still serving for the Lady Tigers. Played in the net. Lady Tigers take the first lead here in the second game. 13-12, Peyton Aragon back to serve again.
This one's going to be long.
Just barely. Selena checking back into the game for the Lady Tigers.
Going to be just a little bit long.
Nice job right there, Chelsea Hauser, just digging it right off the edge of the floor.
That ball's going to go off the net and land in the court. Lady Bulldogs up 15-13. That serve's going to be long. Kelsey Arnold checking back in for the Lady Tigers.
Arnold back to serve. Frolic with the spike at the net that time. Callie Billner just pushes it across. Rolla somehow gets that ball up. Set to the middle.
Whoa. That spike by Callie Billner caused that. Rolla with 4 hits. Couldn't get a handle on the ball. Savannah York back to serve for the Lady Tigers.
Set far side, blocked Lady Tigers. There we go.
And we're back tied at 16. Not anymore.
Savannah York to serve for the Lady Tigers.
Another nice serve by Savannah. Lady Tigers with a 2-point lead. Timeout for the Lady Bulldogs.
I believe that's their second and final
While we
timeout.
have this timeout, we're going to give you a sports update. This sports update brought to you by the Channel 12 Facebook page, Channel 12 Facebook, and TigerTV. You're going to want to like the Channel 12 Facebook page. Upcoming games for the Lady Tiger volleyball team. Monday night, they are back here at home. We're not on TV, but they're back here at home taking on Mountain View Liberty. That, according to the Missouri volleyball experts out there, they're the team picked to win state in Class 3. That ought to be a heck of a game Monday night here at the high school. Tuesday, they travel to take on Kickapoo. Thursday night, Joplin rolls into town. And next week, districts for Class 4 volleyball are going to be held right here at Waynesville High School. And folks, you're going to want to come down, support these Lady Tigers.
Hit goes long right there on the serve, so the point and side out go to Rolla. Checking into the game for Rolla, number 13, Jessie Kazmarek. She's back to serve. Waynesville holds the 1-point lead here. Ball.
And it's going to be long, and it's going to knock this game back up at 18.
Back and forth, fighting like dogs and cats out here. Callie Bildner, nice spike. Somehow saved by Rolla. The student section really getting into it here.
As the student section for the Tigers is all over this game, the adult section for the Lady Bulldogs has now got into it. Another nice save for the Lady Bulldogs. As Frolic puts that one home. (20-18) in favor of the Lady Bulldogs. They have the service. That's going to be in. Callie has a little change up there she puts into the back of the court.
Kaylee Brewer back to serve for the Lady Tigers here. We're going to call Rolla in the net there,
number two.
That's Elliott Bourne.
We're all tied up at 20. And that's going to be long. Coach Trish Knight over there begging for a tip on that. Lady Tigers up 21-20.
Hit out of bounds.
(22-20). That ball's not over the net.
Back to service Frolic for Rolla. Kelsey Arnold saves that one right there. Ball back across to Rolla. Kaylee Brewer, nice kill right there.
They're going to call a lift. Point for the Lady Tigers. Erla Corey checking back in for the Lady Tigers. 23-21.
We have
Game
got a nail
two.
biter here in game two.
Callie Bildner with the serve. Ariel gets it over the net. We're down to game point. Game two, game point. Lady Tigers wanting to push it to a 3-game match here.
Free ball to Waynesville. Set to Ariel. Blocked. Somehow saved. Back across. Rolla sets for the spike.
Oh! And Rolla's going to be serving down 2. As pandemonium is taking over the Waynesville High School gym.
Well, it was pretty quiet that first game, but this gym has come alive on both sides.
And that's going to be out. 24-23.
As you see the student section over there, they are definitely up and going with every hit.
As they're going to knock this up at 24. Now, Matt, somebody's got to win by 2. Aerial
Waynesville
play.
takes the lead.
Puts that away. Tigers up 25-24.
Chelsea Hauser back to serve for the Lady Tigers, up by 1. Trying to force a game 3. Nice serve. Rolla sets. Frolic at the midline.
And we're back tied. It's 25-25. Little miscommunication by the Lady Bulldogs as Savannah York hits the open spot on the floor. Lady Tigers back up 26-25.
Peyton Aragon back to serve. Game point, Waynesville.
And we're knotted up again. We're at 26.
So we've got a sub coming in for the Tigers. Serena Case for the Tigers and number 18 for Rolla. I'm sorry, number 19, Morgan Gabrielle.
That goes into
Serves
the net,
in the
so
net.
we're back
Game
to
point.
advance Lady Tigers.
Game point, Waynesville. Kelsey Arnold back to serve for the Lady Tigers.
We're back tied
Tied up.
again, 27-27 in game number 2. Folks, if you're just tuning in, I don't know what you've been watching. It could have been better than this.
Well, there's no baseball tonight.
No,
so.
this game 2 has been a dog fight. Or a dog and cat fight, as you said earlier.
I'm pulling for the cat. One-point lead to
And
Waynesville.
again, Tigers keep getting that 1-point lead and just can't pull off the 2 points in a row.
Savannah York back to serve for the Lady Tigers. Savannah's had some nice serves here this evening.
Lady
with the game
Tigers!
winner.
29-27, they take game number 2. Matt, we're all knotted up.
Woo!
1 game apiece, and we're going to game number 3 right here. Game number 3 is going to be for all the biscuits.
I thought it was marbles.
I'm hungry.
You should have stopped down there by that concession stand. Lady Tigers basketball was running the concession stand tonight. Got to visit with head coach Brittany Matlock down there for a minute. Some of the Lady Tiger basketball players.
I should have, because when she brought in that nacho cheese this afternoon, kind of made me a little hungry.
Well, I had that. I had some hot dogs. Had a little buffet down there. And
Matt, if you like food, you're going to want to be at homecoming tomorrow night, because once
I
again,
love food.
the Waynesville Wrestling program is going to have funnel cake Friday night.
Now, are we going to get one this time?
I got one last time.
I didn't get one last
Well, you
time.
didn't come to the game last time.
Well, no, when the night we were broadcasting, the inaugural funnel cake night. when
Neither
the
one of
fryer
us
broke.
got one. But I got one at the Joplin game, and Matt, Head coach Lucas Smith makes a fine, fine funnel cake. Folks, if you like funnel cakes, you're going to want to be here tomorrow night. Homecoming, football, and funnel cakes. I don't know what else you could want on a Friday night.
Well, that spells fun in my book.
Well, it's going to be fun for you tomorrow night, Matt. Coach Smith is fired up about the funnel cakes. We've been talking about that in class, making me hungry on a daily basis.
You haven't had Coach Smith practicing?
Well, we've talked about it at lunch, but we haven't got him to do that yet.
Well, Coach Smith is a smart one.
Well, the pizza order came in this week. Fundraiser pizza order came in. We didn't get any pizza. I got 4 frozen ones at the house, but we didn't get to sample one here. But
all right, 2 minutes to go here to what, if the last game is any indication, could be a very exciting game 3.
I'm worn out after that second game, and I think this game number 3 is going to be some of the best volleyball we've seen in a long time.
Well, and as the crowd started to get into it, you could tell the pace picked up on the floor. Rolla has a pretty healthy cheering section of their own. Short drive down the road for our arch rivals. I want to welcome our viewers watching in Rolla via the World Wide Web. Our sister channel down there in Rolla, Channel 6. Half as good as Channel 12.
This will be our final volleyball broadcast of the year right here, Matt. As we'll be broadcasting football as far out as they go with home games. We'll be on the air, but we're getting close to that time where we're changing seasons. Won't be long. First days of the winter sports will start on November the 3rd. As for some reason, people are taking our picture tonight, man.
Well, when you're celebrities like us, this tends to happen. Now, I do notice that head coach Scott Turner, his playoff beard seems to be very sparse. No, Coach Scott Turner's a big Cardinals fan, but his playoff beard doesn't seem to be filling in very well.
Coach Turner very excited about the student-faculty basketball game tomorrow. Scott Turner's been down practicing in the gym after school. I think Scott's going to be running the point position for the faculty members as we start this up. Kelsey Arnold with the serve and a quick point. 1 point lead for the Lady Tigers as we're here in game 3, folks.
I think it's a good sign we started off with an ace right there. Kelsey Arnold back across. That one dug out. Frolic from the midline.
As I think we're going to say 2 Waynesville Lady Tigers were in contact with the ball at the same time, possibly.
Likely as an explanation as any.
And
oh, no.
Here we go again.
Oh, no.
And
whew.
Basically the Lady Bulldogs had to go over and give a high 10, and then they were okay. We're right back where we started.
Short serve, crosses the net, set up. Chelsea Hauser drives it across for the Lady Tigers. Frolic, hammer in the middle. No. Serena Case gets across, and both teams look fired up here in this third game.
We're going to have 4 hits on the Lady Tigers.
Rolla takes the 1 point lead. And the back and forth has begun. Frolic tips it across the Tigers. Quick push right down the line. Rolla trying to get it over on the third hit. They do. Chelsea Hauser digs it out. Sets across. Callie Billner.
Callie puts it home.
They aren't. Third hit. Cross. Set in the middle.
Gonna be a block by
Frolic with the
Frolic.
block.
Callie was a little further back from the net than she wanted to be right there. To kind of gave Frolic an advantage there on that block. So there'll be a lift on the Rolla Lady Bulldogs.
Kaylee Brewer back to serve for the Lady Tigers.
The serve's going to be in the net.
Checking into the game as Gabrielle takes a seat. That's number 12, Felicia Shamina. Frolic back to serve for the Lady Bulldogs. Callie
Billner drives that one home.
Ariel LaCory checking into the game for the Lady Tigers. Knotted up at 4. Callie Billner back to serve for the Lady Tigers. Nice.
Nice little short serve there. Lady Bulldogs had backed off all their defenders. Callie just puts it right over the net.
Callie back to serve again. That one's going to be short.
Yeah. Nice little slide serve there by Callie Billner for that point. We want to say a big hello to former Waynesville Lady Tiger coach Mickey Murray watching us live via the World Wide Web from Laramie, Wyoming. Folks, you can go anywhere in the world. If we're on live, you can be watching.
Ariel LaCory dumps one in.
Mickey out Wyoming working with the volleyball program out there.
Coach Murray sending us a picture the other night of the University of Wyoming volleyball team. Dug out by Frolic as it just tipped the net. And that ball's going to be in on the back line. That's going to give Rolla the 1-point lead, 7-6.
They're going to call that out.
They're going to call it out. Wow. Point goes to Waynesville. We'll happily take it as Chelsea Hauser pushes the serve across. Free ball for Rolla. Set, Frolic.
Frolic puts it home in that back corner. Just sitting here wondering what's the mascot out in Laramie? What's their high school mascot?
I'd be a coach for former Waynesville coach Mickey Murray to answer.
That would. There's a Tiger with another point. They're up 8-7 here. Game number 3.
We'll have to ask Coach Murray, is it a cow poke or?
I don't think so. I was thinking more like a moose maybe.
What about a buffalo?
I like that. They're not in Colorado.
Well, no, not the University of Colorado. I'm just thinking of animals that live in the West. Puma?
The Laramie Pumas. I don't think that's right. Don't sound right. Lady Tigers with another point.
Savannah York pushing that one down. Gabrielle Raleigh can't do anything with it. It goes off her. Waynesville takes the 1-point lead. Kelsey Arnold moving back to serve. Waynesville unable to get that one out.
Nice hustle there by Kaylee Brewer to keep it alive. But
nice assist in the crowd by JV girls basketball coach Brock Tiefenbrunn over there across the way tonight. Savannah York puts it down with authority.
Man, I have an answer. Laramie would be the Lady Plainsman volleyball.
Plainsman.
Plainsman. That's a mammal that lives out there. Plainsman.
Well, would they be plainsmen or plainswomen?
Lady Plainsman.
Lady plainsman. Sounds gender ambiguous. They're going to call in the net. Kaylee Brewer's going to go back to serve for the Lady Tigers. Lady Tigers leading by one here, 11-10.
Frolic with the spike down the middle. The Lady Bulldogs back within one.
Frolic back to serve. Callie Bildner puts it down. On the unofficial spike-o-meter, that's 8 tonight for Callie. Callie back to serve. Jump serve for cross, dug out by Frolic. Back to Frolic on the hit.
Frolic puts it home.
Area Corey is out. Callie Bildner puts it down towards the back. Set for Frolic again.
Nice save by Callie Bildner.
Little push across. Set to the middle. Ariel Corey pushes it right back at her. Libero Sophia Luna coming into the game for the Lady Bulldogs. Chelsea Hauser with the serve. Frolic. Lady Tigers unable to handle that one. Side out and point goes to Rolla as number 21 for Rolla, Cambria Reichman checking back into the game.
They're going to give that point to the Lady Bulldogs. They're going to say, I believe, Peyton was in the net.
Peyton got in the net. Peyton trying to pull back. I think she just barely got under it. Savannah York. Dug out by Rolla. Frolic. Hits it across. Set to York again. Nice dig right there by the Lady Bulldogs.
They're going to say the Lady Tigers were in the net again, I believe. Peyton takes it down the line. Knock this game back up at 15.
Back and forth, the seesaw goes.
Kelly keeps it alive.
Oh, nice save by Frolic right there.
Nice block by Ariel Ocore. They're going to say Rolla was in the
lift.
net.
We got
a lift.
Got a lift over here. Looked close. I wasn't sure if they were going to call it, but they do get the lift, so the point will go to Waynesville with the 1-point lead. Peyton Aragon back to serve. Free ball over for Waynesville. Kaylee Brewer pushes it across. A little miscommunication by Rolla, but they save it. Nice volley here for both sides. Savannah York puts it in, though.
Lady Tigers are going to go up by 2. We're going to get a timeout.
Rolla.
Coach Trish Knight and the Rolla Lady Bulldogs with the timeout right there. Matt, we may be seeing a few timeouts here in the late going of this game as the coaches have saved them. I think knowing what was going to happen as we got to this point in the game.
Well, after the second game became just a teeter-totter claw fest, back and forth, Game 3 is open much the same way. Very well may come down to a 2-point tie break lead at the end. Lady Tigers doing what they have to do to stay right in this game, though, doing a nice job.
And Matt, we could be headed on a collision course to face these Rolla Lady Bulldogs again. The Tigers will open up district play, taking on Hillcrest, and then they're going to take on the winner of the Rolla Lebanon game. We could be back down here for districts in another 2 weeks facing these same Lady Bulldogs.
Lady Bulldogs team much improved over last year. Frolic really doing a nice job in the middle of that court on the net. So that serve's going to go into the net. Cut the lead to 1. So we have changes. Serena Case checking in for the Lady Tigers, and for the Lady Bulldogs, number 19, Morgan Gabrielle checking into the game. She's back to serve. Serves across, Chelsea Hauser, Kaylee Brewer. Savannah York pushes it across. Frolic in the middle with the spike. Off the hands of the Lady Tigers and out of bounds, so that'll tie us back up here, 17-17. Nice dig right there by Callie on the ball off the net. Kaylee Brewer set to the middle.
And that spike's going to be out. Give the Lady Bulldogs a 1-point lead.
Just wide off the hit there, Ariel Ocore. Gabrielle back to serve for Rolla. Kaylee Brewer sets Savannah York. Right down off of Frolic that time. And we're tied up again. Kelsey Arnold checking into the game. Kelsey comes back to serve. Going to get Rolla in the net.
We're all knotted up at 18. Nope, excuse me. Lady Tigers up 19-18.
Kelsey back to serve again for the Lady Tigers. Callie Billner.
Callie Billner with the point. as the student section has gotten excited again.
Felisa Shamina checks into the game for Rolla. Kelsey Arnold across with the serve. Set, Frolic on the far side. Kaylee Brewer. Blocked back across.
Oh!
Little tip across the net right there for Rolla. Number 21, Cambria Reitman catches Waynesville setting up to return the spike. Cuts the lead to 1. Rolla 19, Waynesville 20.
Nice adjustment there by Callie Bildner. The Frolic's going to put it home. Knot this game up at 20. I feel the crowd getting into it more and more as we go. As we're down to the final 5 points.
Oh.
Or more.
Or more. This one looks like it could very easily be headed for more. Callie Bildner gets it across, saved by Rolla. The set, Savannah York pushes. Nice
job by Callie Bildner, hitting that far left corner. Wow.
Rolla all move up to attack the short ball, and Callie just pushes it over the top of them, puts it just behind that back row, and Waynesville takes the 1 point edge with Savannah York back to serve.
It's going to be out. Serve was long. We're tied up at 21.
Chelsea Hauser coming back into the game for Rolla, number 13. Jessica Kazmarek checks back into the game, and she'll be back to serve. Knotted up at 21. Kazmarek with serve. Chelsea Hauser finds Brewer. Callie Bildner pushes it over. Frolic.
Oh, it's a dink and a dunk.
And Rolla takes the 1 point lead. Kazmarek back to serve again. Kaylee Brewer.
We're going to call the Lady Bulldogs in the net. We're back tied at 22.
I'm going to get 33 Kelsey James with being in the net there.
Kaylee Brewer with the serve. And Callie Bildner puts it home.
And Waynesville takes the 1 point lead.
And we're going to have a timeout by the Lady Bulldogs. They're going to want to talk this over. 23-22, game 3. Lady Tigers with that 1 point lead, Matt.
This has been back and forth all night. Two teams really wanting to win here tonight.
It's been one of the most exciting volleyball games I've ever been to.
That's saying a lot because I know you've watched a lot of volleyball games.
A lot of that was junior high, though.
But it's still volleyball games.
That is true. Taylor quit after 8th grade year, became a cheerleader.
The student section alive over there. Kaylee Brewer back to serve for the Lady Tigers, who lead by 1. Free ball for the Lady Tigers here. Callie Brewer sets up.
Callie Bildner with the point. The Tigers have match point. Game and match point. Right here, 24-22.
Kaylee Brewer set to serve.
Serve is over, and it's going to be out. And it's 24-23. Rolla is going to be serving for their life right here.
And we're going to have another timeout.
Who called that timeout?
That would be on Waynesville.
Coach Holly Davidson with that timeout. I was
Student
watching
section alive with the I believe that we will win chant. A little touch of the American Outlaws over there.
Man, I'm going to tell you, the folks at home watching this, and watching live via the World Wide Web, I think those people are going to be down here packing this house for district action.
Definitely going to be the place to be. All right, we come set. Frolic is back to serve for Rolla. Rolla trails by 1, setting on match point for Waynesville here. Rolla must tie this up. Waynesville wins. Serve comes across. Kaylee Brewer pushes it. Block, save it again.
Saved again. We're going to Frolic on that backside. It's in the crowd. And it's going to be out. We're all tied up at 24. We're all tied up at 24. Coach Holly Davis is going to get a timeout. Man, what was that call? A lift?
I believe the referee signaled a double hit.
A double hit?
But I did not see it.
It's 25-24. Lady Bulldogs up here.
I didn't see a double hit on that.
Third game.
Lady Bulldogs have the serve. Frolic back to serve. Game match point for Rolla now. Waynesville has to side out to tie this one up.
Well, keeps it alive.
Gonna be free ball for Waynesville.
Callie Builder puts it home.
Ties it up.
And we're all knotted up at 25. Folks, once again, if you're watching at home, this has got to be won by 2.
Gotta win by 2. Callie Bildner back to serve for the Lady Tigers. I don't know that there's many a fan in this place not on their feet right now.
Oh!
Driven down at the line right there.
Just goes over the net, and Rolla's able to slam that ball home. They take a 1-point lead, 26-25.
Elliott Bourne. Save right there by Callie Bildner.
That's going to be a lift. And Matt, the Rolla Lady Bulldogs come in here tonight, upset the Waynesville Lady Tigers in a thrilling volleyball match here at the Tiger Gym. You know, and I want to tell you once again, folks, I think these two teams are on a collision course. I think we're going to see a rematch of this game here in a couple of weeks right here in Waynesville. Folks, thanks for joining us tonight.
Short break. We'll be back with you tomorrow night.
That's right. We're back with you tomorrow night as Homecoming 2014 will take place here at Tiger Stadium. We hope you guys will come down and support the Tigers tomorrow night. But if you're not, hope you'll tune us in on Channel 12 as the Tigers take on Glendale. Once again, Rolla Lady Bulldogs with a 2-1 here victory over the Lady Tigers. We hope everyone's enjoyed broadcast tonight. For Matt Johnson, I'm Mike Rawlings, and we'll see you all later.